Oh, you turned. What's going on? Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello.
I can't hear nothing.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay.
So you hear me?
We got action.
All right, we in the building. I believe this is gonna be me and you tonight, actually rocking out with the
Somebody else on though.
huh?
I just seen somebody else pop on.
Yeah,
I thought I just seen Justice pop on.
he might have. I don't know, but I know it's probably gonna be me and you mainly because everybody else kind of has a little, preoccupied. Even myself, a little bit preoccupied. We don't got to keep this one long,
Yeah.
but. Welcome officially for all the people that are watching Candid Talk Show podcast. You got your host Winter Harris here with Miss Matters. You already know, shout 'em, let everybody know who you are, what you do.
What had I got my motivational hat on.
I see. Motivational Monday.
Motivational money. Jack of all trades. You know what I mean?
I
You already
feel
know
it.
what I do. I'm a motivator. I'm a Reiki specialist, master, uh, healing herbalist, all of the above, a singer, writer. I also a medication aid. Um, as far as the job industry go, I'm in the nursing field. But yeah, I love taking care of people as well as taking care of myself.
What's a motivational aid? I never heard of that one
That's
before.
not motivational aid. A I said
Medicaid?
a medication. Well, I
What?
pass medicine. It's kind of like a LPN where we pass medicine
Mm,
only like in the assisted living and facilities like that.
got you.
Yeah.
I
So,
got you. Now that's what's up.
mhm.
All right, motivational Monday. What was your? I forgot what your goal was last week, but I kind of got a whole different topic, and I'm actually happy that you on here so we can talk about because it's pretty much somebody's personal. I ain't gonna bring up their names or anything like that.
Mhm.
But as far as Mondays we talk about something that'll be probably new or something that you grow into and how you actually move forward about it. Now, I want to talk about let's say how somebody figures out if they want to be a new mom, if they're motivated to actually have the baby, versus being more motivated to go towards the career and changing that decision, if you know what I mean. So that's kind of where I wanted to start off this one with um,
That's
motivation to be a parent or motivation towards your career. Like, what do you think
I mean,
is more impactful for this, let's say, this new generation, or let's say somebody that's first timer?
as long as you got a plan, having bringing life into this world is always a beautiful thing. But you have to have a plan first. Um, being a mother that was young and 16, I feel like uh,
Oh, I
taking
didn't know that.
taking your time is everything, but wasting your time is everything. So if you feel like you're in a position where you can bring forth a new life into the world, go by all means do that shit. But
Mm,
if not, if you feel like you need more stability, more organization, and stuff like that, wait,
mm,
wait, because they're expensive, very expensive. They're not just expensive with money, expensive with time, expensive with just everyday life. Uh,
yeah.
mental, physical. It takes a lot from you having a child. After having my baby, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. She took everything from me. Um, I was in perfect health, wasn't nothing wrong with me, but after having her, it caused a lot of health problems. So you just got to make
Mm.
sure that you mentally, physically, and financially ready for that type of life. But by all means, I congratulate anyone that's willing to bring a new life into this world. I'll be auntie. You know,
I'll be uncle because that's pretty much what I am now, a
bring
super
the
uncle
baby
if I
over,
can be.
send them back. You know.
But at the same time, as an uncle, I get tired. So I can imagine, like, I'd be like, I need my break. I even tell my nieces and nephews, like, listen, I'm taking a break from you guys. I love you.
Exactly.
Call me if you need me. But overall, I need my time. And you know what I mean? So when it comes to this situation, like I said, it's a little bit more touchy because it's personal towards the person that I'm speaking of. Like I said, I won't share no name. But I believe the plan, like, this is a curveball in the plan.
Mm.
The plan was actually to pursue the career
Hmm.
and put family in the back burner. And I honestly, that seems to be an ideal that seems to be more current. It seems to be more now in this generation. Like a lot more. I say moms are thinking that way. Like, hey, I gotta focus on my career, but forget the baby. So, what would you say to somebody that really, let's say, have a good career and it could actually probably, interfere with that? Do you think it's possible to have the career and also be, a new parent and successfully do both?
Yes, yes, it's possible. It's most definitely possible. When, like I said, I was 16 when I had my first, and everybody used to tell me, "Well, you're not gonna make it, or you might as well give up on, going to school, give up on life, pretty much." But
Oh, damn.
in all honesty, because of my child, I was more motivated. I was more determined to do what I needed to do for my child. So truth truth is, it you can do it. You can do it. It is not easy. It is going to consist of a lot of patience, a lot of time, but hell yeah, if you fall in love with the process, it could be done.
Mm. Do you think let's say your partner would play a deciding factor if you want to continue to move forward with that type of decision? Because I think that might be a big aspect of the person that I'm speaking of, and I hope they, find this video if they're not already listening and watching. But do you think the person that you're going to be building this new life with is going to play a major role in the decision of going forward with having this baby or deciding to let's not do this now?
That's the number one thing. It has to be a mutual decision. It has to be something that you guys agree upon. It has to
Neutral.
it got to be something that you are both are ready for. Like, it can't
My
be,
body, my choice. I don't remember a man
hold on,
having a
hold
decision
on,
in that
hold
one.
on. Your body, your choice, but you gonna say your body, your choice. But then when it's time for him to pursue his dream or to do whatever
Mm,
he needs to do, then you like, oh, I need you for this, or what about the baby? You know,
mm,
so you can't put that on. You can't say, oh, my body, my choice, and then he's like, well, baby, I'm still trying to make it over here. I'm still trying to learn life over here, and you like, no, I'm having this baby. But you have to understand that we all have our own journey, our own lives. So
yeah.
it only would be fair to give him and you the opportunity to say, okay, let's, and it's not about just y'all anymore when it comes down to a child. It's about the baby. So it's like, are you willing to put aside certain things for the baby, not me, but for the baby, right? And vice versa. So at that point, it really had to be a mutual agreement where, look, I'm gonna pursue my career. You can be a stay-at-home mom, or once you have the baby, you can continue school, and I help and be a stay-at-home dad, or however it might go. But however, I think that should be an understanding prior to even having a child.
Heard. Well, I'm gonna play devil's advocate because I don't have justice on here to do so. So, bringing it back to that my body, my choice. What if the man doesn't want to have the baby and she decides to? Do you think that's fair?
Um, from my
Mm,
perspective, from a male perspective, that's not fair. That's not fair. From a female perspective, it is your choice, but you can't get mad at him, for anything that he may lack after that.
What do you mean, like lack, as far as like being there?
as far as being there, simply be or doing things, or you can't. He tell you he ain't ready, but you like, well, I'm gonna have this baby. You got to
Hmm.
understand that you're dealing with somebody that's not ready. So if you're dealing with somebody that's not ready, and you have that understanding, you're gonna be able to work with whatever it is this person willing to do, willing to give. Like my second child, we she was a planned baby. She was planned, but you know, I knew even though he didn't say he wasn't ready. So I had to do my part in order for us to stay afloat for the baby, not me, not him, but for her. You know, and that's what I mean. What's so important is that we got to understand that it's not about us anymore when another individual is in the picture. When another child is, it's not about us anymore. It's
That's
about
a fact. Nah, that's a fact. I think a lot of times people don't really think about that because, it's kind of, I think it's innate to be selfish first.
like, oh, I got to do this for the baby, or I got to do this.
Yeah, yeah.
I is me.
I, I kind of, cause I've seen it. Like I got a lot of family that have children. I've seen it like both sides where it's just all about them until the baby comes and then they see the baby and then it becomes more about the baby, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
So I think overall the challenge will probably be, like you said, just having that conversation. Like some people don't really have a serious conversation about, hey, where are we going with this, or how do we plan on actually dealing with the situation together if we're going to be together. But like I said, playing devil's advocate, I've seen a lot of situations where the baby wasn't necessarily wanted on one side, and the other person's like, I'm keeping it. And then vice versa. Shit, it happened to me. I was like, oh, you pregnant? Oh my god. Oh. Month later, I'm over here stressed out. I'm like, so what we gonna do? Oh, A-B'd, or I'm like, A-B'd, what that mean?
What does that mean?
A-B'd mean that got canceled. If we know what cancellation is.
Oh,
A-B'd. Yeah, we on certain platforms. I don't think you can say certain words, so we just gonna call that A-B'd.
oh,
So yeah, I've been in those type of situations too. But that's once again comes back to my body, my choice. You know what I mean? And if you're not ready, you're not ready. So I think the person I was speaking of overall, it seems like the idea of having a baby is more like sinking in versus the instinct of I'm not ready. I didn't plan on doing this right now. You know what I mean? Like, and probably a little bit of fear of am I ready to be a mother?
mother, or am I ready to, be a father? And that's really the main question is like, am I really ready for this challenge? Because you are dealing with a whole individual, like a whole nother person, and it takes patience. It takes a lot.
I don't think anybody's necessarily ready. I think
I
you just kind
mean,
of there's some people that are
yeah,
innately good at, let's say, caretaking or
yeah,
caring for others, but there's at the end of the day, you won't know until you do it. You know what I mean? Like you really won't know until you do it.
yeah.
Because
Like
some
I
people are
said, my
better.
second child, she was playing, but shit, after she got here, was like, motherfucker, I was not ready for this. We was like arguing, not together. Where you at? I'm tired. You go get the baby. No, you go get the baby. So yeah, even now she's 22, and like the other day she had a altercation with her boyfriend, her girlfriend or whatever, and they broke up or whatever. So she didn't tell me. She told him. And
Mm.
I'm like, okay. So they got into a disagreement about it. She calling me like, Mom. I'm like, well, I didn't know nothing about this. Go back to him. Y'all figure that out. You ain't calling me from the beginning. So
Yeah.
go back to your dad. Y'all can figure that out. But then she ended up at my house, and yeah. I ended up still like, okay, come on, baby. Because it's all about support. At the end of the day, it's not about me. It's not about him. It's about my child. So at the end of the day, if I don't agree with whatever it is that she got going on, as long as I'm there to support her, That's all that matters.
You brought it to a point that I was about to get to. Speaking of support, do you think that plays another role in that decision making? Because I understand that there are super uncles and super aunties, and sometimes super grandma. You know, so grandpa too. Don't forget about grandpa. Do you think that that also plays an aspect in that decision making, or does it really come down to the preparation between that person and their partner?
It just come down to the preparation of that person, that partner, because it's nobody's responsibility to help you take care of your child. Nobody's but you and that individual. Now, as far as grandparents and aunties, that's it's our choice to do it. It's up to us. Like,
Hmm.
but we're not obligated to be like, oh, I'm going to take care of you. And no, no,
We are not. Say that again. We are not obligated.
I'm not obligated to have to take care of you. No, no. And my nieces them always try to give me, you like my second mom. Well, yeah. Let me tell you about the second mama.
Now I gotta play devil's advocate again. Like, let's say it on the other end, like the people that are a little bit more irresponsible that just be popping them out and then kind of leaving it down to the family members. Do you think it's like literally up to them, or should they just be like, listen, they ain't my kid type? You know what I'm saying? Like, do
I'm
you
gonna
think
be
that
honest
that
with
play?
you.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be brutally honest.
I want brutally honest. This is Candid Talk Show
It
podcast.
is.
If y'all didn't know, once again, Candid Talk Show podcast. We like to keep it real, keep it a buck, real people, real situations. I'm saying we ain't here for
I'm
no
gonna keep it
fakeness.
brutally.
We can only keep it real on this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. But
It
go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, that's the real. It takes a village. It takes
Mm,
a village. And something I learned a long time ago, like not all fathers are your father. Not all mothers are your mother. You can have a
mm.
mother that's there all the time and there every day, but she's not a mother to you. She's not that nourisher that you need. So when dealing with people that are
You
on,
know what? Before you even finish that, I actually say something similar. Like, you can have a mother, but not a mom. You can have a father, but not a dad. Those are the people that actually teach you things that help you mature into that next. So yeah, I feel exactly what you're saying, and I say that comes down, like you said, to the village. Definitely comes down to the village. But go ahead, continue what you were saying because that's real. And at the end of the day, when it comes down to loving and support, and sometimes it comes down more about them kids. You know, we got to think about
about the kids,
the next generation.
I have more friends, male friends, that's more of a father to my son than his own father. Like he look at like one of my male friends as that's my dad. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Versus to his own father because he wasn't there. And vice versa. I had a stepdad. Even though my father, he taught me the spiritual world. He taught me, how to pray and stuff, but he didn't teach me how to make it through this world. My mom,
yeah.
my mom husband did. He
Mm,
helped me through school. He showed me how to the loops through the educational system and stuff like that. So me personally, and me as an auntie, like my nieces, they was ready to give up on school. They was ready to say fuck school
mm.
the way they did mom. Now they all graduating. Now they all, about to graduate, and they give auntie they props. Auntie, if it weren't for you, I would have gave it to us. So
Gotta get them props up. Hey, gotta get them props up.
it takes a village. And it's times where I remember my niece calling me and saying, I don't want to go to school anymore. And I remember her calling me, and it was like only a few more months that she
Mm.
had left. And she was just
Oh,
like,
she.
I can't do it. I said, you can do it. You can do whatever you can put your mind to. And she did it. And she graduated. And she's a high school graduate. And that goes for her other sisters. Like, they all graduating now. And I'm so proud of them because they've been through a lot. They got 13 siblings. Little siblings. And they've been through a lot. So it's like to be able to, press through that. And I'm telling you, I feel like if they didn't have me, that it would have been like, fuck it, we gonna
Mm.
and make our money versus to getting an education and being an example. That's another thing. Like I'm an example of everything that I say I'm gonna do. Like, look, I've been to school, I fought at school, I've been to college, and I'm not just talking. Y'all can see this is what I've been doing. Y'all can see my lifestyle. Y'all can see everything that I chose to do in my life because y'all my nieces and nephews. So I everything that I say, I live by example. So that's very important. Like you can't just be talking to these kids and think they gonna listen to
Now
you.
that's a fact. You definitely got to show by example.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna use a personal because when the thing that I don't well, what's the motivation for like let's super aunties, super uncles, grandparents? Let's say you're actually helping out, being that example in that child's life, but they get back and be around their parents. Let's say if the parents aren't to a level where they're actually being parents, you got the friend mom and dad. You know what I mean? They don't know how to be a parent, so they just want to be cool with you, and then they technically creating a lot of bad habit. What's the motivation for the super grandparents or the super uncles and aunts to actually keep trying to reset what they negatively influenced or enabled in those kids' life? Like what's the motivation for them?
For those that are listening, I'm writing a book called Auntie Martha's House.
Mm.
My book is
She
Auntie.
dropping she dropping titles early. She dropping titles early. We just got an exclusive. That was an exclusive. We just caught the exclusive. Oh snap! Martha got a book coming out.
You
I'm
ready?
sorry, but let them know. Let them know the title. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
Auntie
got hyped.
Martha's House, and this book is going to be a picture book. It's Auntie Martha, and you're going to be able to see all the characters and stuff like that. But in this book, it's to inspire all the aunties and uncles and the super grandparents and everybody out there to to see their roles in you know their family lives. My sister, she is a outgoing person. She
Hmm.
one track. So when my nieces used to come live with me and stay with me, once she get to a level of comfortability or missing the kids, she'll come snatch them up. And
That sounds familiar, but go ahead.
it got so frustrating to the point where I was like, I'm not fucking with you, no, I'm not dealing with you no more. But
Yeah.
I had to again remember that it's not about me. It's not about my.
Mm.
It's about those kids. It's about my future. It's about the future, and our children are our future. So I have to continuously remind myself that it's not about me. It's not about them.
Mm.
It's about them. So that's what got me to the level of no matter what, I'm here. No matter how your mama act, whatever, you know your mama, but you gonna
Hmm.
call me and I'm gonna check you just like your mama would check you. So it's still you just gotta keep that mentality of it's not about me. It's not about
Oh,
the parent. It's
I'm
about
about to play super devil's advocate real quick. Super devil's advocate because I'm actually working on a little a film based on true stories and stuff like that.
mhm.
What do you do? Let's say the same super grandpa, mom, I mean auntie, uncle. What do you do when you see that child is in a toxic environment? Like, what do you do to actually help them when you see like, oh damn, this is not the way they should be living, dirty
Show them.
place, etc.
I
What do you do?
I actually provided the environment that they needed. So
Mm,
in that toxic environment, I tell them it's time for y'all to come out that environment. Come over here and stay with me for a couple of days, or come over here for the weekend. I will go get them. I will actually before I decided to have all of them in my house. There's a lot of them. I would go get a hotel, and we would all go swimming. We would all, go to the mall or something like that. I would show them that luxury life, not necessarily luxury. I show them the life
a
that
better,
a
a
better
better
life.
life.
You know what I mean? And not only that, I will put them in a place where they can feel it. They can experience it, not just for a temporary time. It will be okay, this month I'm coming around this time. Next month it will be on a consistent basis. It wouldn't just be every blue moon or whenever I feel
Mm,
it. I'll pop up. Come on, let's
talking because
go.
Consistently showing them something better,
It's a consistent.
showing them that there's something outside of what you are used to, outside of this environment that you are kind of stuck in.
And I also taught them how energy works, how vibrations work, how frequency works. So
Mm,
your environment, you're not your environment. So
exactly.
even if you're out there in the hood or whatever, you can be that positive. You can be that example of a positive person that can teach people that are in that environment how to be peaceful and how not to, feel like all is lost. You can be that person by like having a castle in the hood. Like when they used to come to my house and I stayed in the hood, that shit looked like I was in the north side or when you walk in the hood, it was like, damn, this shit it's a motherfucker. But you have to create that space for you, regardless
Hmm.
of where you at. So I used to, show them, teach them that, and I'm telling them that energy. I tell them you work out of love. You don't work out of anger. You don't work out of frustration. You don't work out of fear. You work out of love, and everything that you do it out of love, and everything else will start making sense. All that other negative stuff will actually excuse itself. So
Mm,
I just show, be consistent with how it can be.
got you. Now that's very enlightening. I ain't gonna style. That's very enlightening. And I hope whoever's listening, take a lot from what you just said and previous, because that's some bars right there. That's some
Look, we
serious bars you just dropped.
learn. We
Now
need
we definitely need each other. We was talking about community in the last pod. We definitely need each other to build, and that's very important. Now, just to kind of switch it, but go back to the original topic about being motivated to be a parent. What do you say for that? Let's say a real scenario is that we have a lot of people that are too prideful to ask for help. Like even if it was a toxic situation, maybe they had no choice and they just too prideful to actually ask for help, or even too prideful to let you see them that way. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of prideful people. Like we live in a prideful generation. Let's be honest. And it felt like if you, or let's say if we be honest, be like, hey, this is not that, this is not right. Like, and it felt like they're being embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a touchy subject. How would you approach like trying to help somebody that's like a bit too prideful? I would say, or would you just let's just go with the question that how would you help somebody that's a bit too prideful, or what would you do if you was in those shoes and you know you need help? Like, let's answer it both ways.
well, like as I said, my daughter, she's a very prideful kid, and honestly, dealing with her, I had to meet her where she was. I had to work with wherever she was at in life. Like if she, you know, too prideful to ask for help, I gave
Hmm.
her an alternative of what she can do to help herself. Um, and if she can't do that, you can like she was like one day she said, y'all want me to do y'all plan, whatever you plan. I said, no, I actually want you to come up with a plan so I can help you with your plan. Well, whatever your plan is, let me help you with your plan. And if I can help, I can help. If I can't, I can't. But at least you got your own plan. So
Facts.
my goal is to teach the youth to be able to come up with a plan that we can build whatever it is that you want. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
that was my thing. Like I did not like to ask for help. Look, I did not. Who I would be in the car with my covers. I ain't calling nobody. Don't nobody know what I'm going through. It's
I'ma thug it out.
I'm gonna figure it out. And sometimes it's okay to be like that. But
Hmm.
sometimes you got to understand that there are people out there that's really genuinely here for you if you just come
Hmm.
to them with a plan. You have to have a
Hmm.
you can't expect nobody to tell you and you don't even want to ask. Just come with a plan. This is my plan. This is what I'm trying to do. And then the right person will be like, okay, this is what I can do. The wrong person
Mm.
ain't gonna even offer. So it's no need. you know, to even ask. But like me personally, like I told my baby, you come up with a plan, I got you.
Mm,
So, and that's not necessarily asking for help. That's
yeah.
telling someone that I have this plan and this is what I'm trying to do. Blah blah blah. And then the the person that is in the position to help can say, "Well,
Hmm.
I got she got a plan. She works. She's gonna be working 9 to 5. Well, I get off at 5. Well, maybe you can use my car and drop me off, or we can help each other with that
Mm.
versus who you asking. you
Nah, yeah, fact.
you
You
know,
definitely gotta know who you asking.
you know what I mean. But sometimes you just gotta suck it up and be like, look, I need you. I need your help. And if they don't, if they can't, sometimes you gotta suck it up and say, all right, look, is there any other way you can help? Or is there any other people, anybody else that you can lead me to, guide me to? But truth be told, you can a lot of people that know you, you can pretty much tell if a person needs some help. You can be like, okay, let me
Yeah.
let me just offer them this, or let me just, maybe if I just, because I be sending people different job stuffs, like, maybe they might want to make a couple extra dollars. Here's something that will show you how to make a couple extra dollars, but I can't even really answer that because I have a problem with asking for help.
Hey.
I have a problem, but I will come to you with a plan. That's it's just a different. It's just my difference. Like you would know my plan, and if you're willing to help me, then hey, I'm going to it. Mention what I might need. You know what I mean? But
Hmm. Now that makes sense. And that's why I asked you anyway. I already know you're a prideful person. Like that goes with the zodiac. But it is what it is. I'm a prideful person as well,
my
so yeah, I
dad
have a
told me though.
issue. Huh?
My dad said something to me though that kind of changed that with
Oh
things.
yeah? What's that?
He said he asked me what is one thing that God hates.
Mm.
So what do you mean? What is one thing that God hates? I said a liar. He's like, nope. I said a stealer, nope. A killer. Like I'm thinking of everything that's wrong. He said no. He hate pride. He hate a prideful person. That's one thing God does not like. And
I
I
mean, yeah, because you wouldn't even go to God at that point. I'll figure it out.
there it is.
I'll
There
figure it out.
it is.
Uh, I got this. No,
You
you don't. You need to. Nah. You
need
got to be
to.
humble. You need to be. That's the point. I think in everybody's life, when you learn what being humbled is, very prideful people. Even myself, I've had moments where I had to be humbled, but the game plan, like you were saying, is very important. You got to have a game plan, but sometimes people can't see it. Like you can't see exactly what plan is ahead of you, especially in this situation. Like we said, becoming a new parent, like.
Right, right.
Sometimes you just don't see yourself in that situation, or you didn't expect to be in that situation so soon.
Mhm.
Even if you was practicing the moves to be in a situation, which most, what I mean, most people don't think about it while they're doing it, but that's actually the whole reason why. At the end of the day, we even do this stuff. Yeah.
I know
Um.
I know it's a good thing to be prepared for stuff and be prepared for life,
Yeah.
but it's also a good thing to just be in the moment and just know that everything's going to work out. Everything is going to work out for the good as long as you believe that. And that's a lot of things that a lot of people it's so hard to grasp because they like, well, what about this in the future? Or what I got this bill due in 30 days, or the baby need
Or.
clothes, the baby growing, stuff like that you think about. But if you just live in that moment, the moments, because you never know
Hmm.
when the last day will be. You sitting up here worried about 30 days. You know what I mean? Being in that moment and understanding that everything is going to work out for the good. Everything's going to work
Mm,
as long as your heart is pure, as long as you're doing it with love, it's going to work out. Regardless of what it is, it's going to work out. You're going to be all right. Period.
You know what? I was gonna ask you if you had last words. Let's say if it was your sister, but I feel like you just gave it already. So that's, you know what I mean. Like it's almost unnecessary at that point. Do you have any last words? Let's say if it was your sister or anything else that you would add, and she's saying, "Listen, I'm gonna keep it, and I just need to know what to expect from a mom already." You know what I mean? What would that be?
Words would be take care of yourself, just like you take care of that baby. And
Mhm.
the reason why I say that is because when you take care of yourself, you feel better about everything. You wanna get up and go. You wanna get up and do because the baby gonna have you tired. You gonna be tired. You gonna be worn out. You gonna be frustrated. You gonna be irritated. And
Yeah.
daddy, the family, all that. Just take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Love yourself, and give you your time. Breathe. Focus
Mhm.
on you, and everything else don't have to just fall into play.
That was beautiful. I actually love it, and we're gonna actually end it there. I have nothing to add to this situation or this. I mean, this conversation.
True.
I just hope, like I said, that the person I was originally talking about will catch this, and catch their ears, and maybe they get some advice because they're very prideful as well. So I don't think they would ask. So I'm just throwing it out there early, so maybe that somebody that's even in that same situation to actually catch on as well. But let them know where to find you because they might need to ask for some advice. Hey, help, help!
I
Where
am a
can they
depression
find you?
counselor. I am a relationship counselor. I am a children and adolescents counselor. I am grief and bereavement counselor. So if y'all need me, my IG is Madam Mars or Marche Divine at IG. And IG, I also have a website. It's MadaMarsNaturalHealing.com. And yeah, if y'all need my number, inbox me and we can go from there.
Heard. And what I'm gonna do, because we live right now, I'm gonna update the live and actually get those links so I can put it in the bio. So if y'all need that and you say, let's say you can't spell it or however, it's gonna be a link in the bio as soon as I get it from Miss Matters. But overall, this was a great podcast, and I hope it does actually reach out and touch those that need that message.
It's
And it's all I have for tonight. Just once again, thank y'all for joining Candid Talk Podcast. And don't forget to hit that like, share, subscribe. And we are always expecting, accepting of support. So if y'all want to support the channel, you can do that as well. You can either cash app or hit the stars. We will love that. And that is all for tonight. Catch us again Sunday, 7 p.m. Woo!
peace.
Touchy topic coming up, baby. Well, peace for tonight.
Peaceful tonight.
Yeah.
Good night.
Mm-mm-mm.